So welcome everybody to Tai Chi for Health. This is a class where we use the movements of Tai Chi and Qigong, which are two Chinese exercise systems, in order to improve our health. We also use the principles of Tai Chi, which is a martial art, and that helps in this process of improving our health. We can improve our strength, our flexibility, our balance, our mood, and hopefully have a little bit of fun while we're doing that. You'll need some space around you to take a step or two in each direction. And so if you have any small animals, perhaps keep them outside the room because we don't want you to trip. If you need to sit down at any point, that's fine. You can do the entire class seated, just moving the parts of your body that can be moved. You'll get a lot out of the class. I have only one rule, and that is don't fall down. So if you need to lean on something to do a movement, that's fine. If you need to sit down in order to do a movement, that's fine. Just be my mirror image. Don't have to memorize anything, and just follow along. Be my mirror image and move as I move, or maybe a little more, or maybe a little less. Whatever's in your comfort zone. In fact, if there's a movement that we do that pains you too much to do it, just visualize doing the movement, because that will still help in the brain-body connection, the neural connection, and keeping our brain young is part of staying healthy. So, with all that being said, we're going to start by breathing. We're going to bring our feet together as close as comfortable for you. Bring our hands to our lower abdomen, and we're just going to breathe. We're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, I want you to try to breathe from the diaphragm so your belly expands as you inhale, gets a little smaller as you exhale. Helps the body relax, regenerate. Inhale and exhale. Now, in the next inhale, I want you to hold the breath at the top just for a moment. Feel what it's like to hold on. And now let it out with a sigh. Feel what it's like to let go. Now we're going to start moving the rest of our body. So as we inhale, our arms float up chest high. As we exhale, they come down. We do a little mini squat, softening the waist and the knees. Yeah, a little hip hinge. We're being a flying bird. We're going to now bring our hands all the way up top as we inhale, and slowly, slowly we'll bring them down in front. Now, if my telling you how to breathe bothers you, just ignore me and breathe normally. We're going to step out to the side. Our feet are now shoulder width apart. As we inhale, our hands float up in front, chest high. And as we exhale, they float down. I mentioned we're using the principles of Tai Chi. And I boil those down to basically 4 of them. We're moving slowly and smoothly and continuously, as if there were a resistance to our movement by the air. That's 3 principles. The 4th one is with a consciousness of our weight shift from foot to foot. We'll get to that later. So right now we're just opening the door, the first movement of all Tai Chi forms. Now we're going to modify this, bring our hands up to the heart, reach up to the ceiling, and come down as we do a Qigong move called supporting the sky like a pillar. Inhale and exhale. It's like a good morning stretch. What we're trying to do with all these movements is move our joints gently so that the synovial fluid can move in the joints and lubricate and nourish those joints. If you don't move them, they don't get nourished, they don't get lubricated, So we got to move. Now going to modify this. We're going to bring our hands up to the heart level. Now one hand goes down and the other goes up. This is a Qigong movement connecting the earth and the sky. And both this one and the previous one are from a classic Qigong set called the Pieces of Brocade. I'm going to come back to a couple more of these as the class goes on. But this one, I want you to visualize that you're stretching not only your arms, but you're pulling your spine down and up at the same time. We're going to lean a little bit this time, shifting our weight from foot to foot. A little bit of a side stretch to our abdominal muscles. Now we're going to go even farther. We're going to reach out to the side, out to the other side, as we do the Qigong movement called the dragon spreads its wings. Now we're going to have the dragon swing its tail. So we keep our arms in front of us as we still shift our weight from side to side. I'd like you to try to think about what the air feels like between your fingers as that hand moves across. What we're trying to do in class is to get in touch with how our body feels and be focused on being right here in the moment. Now we're going to stretch the dragon's tail. So we're going to bring our hands up to the side, and now down and up to the other side. And we're going to bring our back foot out as we stretch that tail a little longer. Bring it back, go to the other side. And this starts our balance movements. So we're actually having all of our weight supported on one leg, reaching the other foot out. This also is a movement to lubricate the hip joints, moving the hips outward. Now we're going to do some swinging. We're going to do a whole series of balance movements, starting with a musical one. We're going to bring our heel out and then back. Now our other heel out, back. Now the heel out and the hand above it. The other heel and the other hand. And now both hands as we play the guitar or play the pipa, Chinese stringed instrument. It's musical. Now we're going to go back to swinging. We're going to do a few more where we just bring out one foot and then add the hands. So we're going to start by bringing out our toe. Bring it back, bring out the other toe. And we're going to bring out the hand over the toe. The other hand over the other toe. And now we're going to do both hands. One palm up, the other palm down. And this is the Tai Chi movement called High Pat the Horse. We have a few horse movements, not a lot. But I visualize feeding an apple to a horse and patting it on the head. We're going to do a couple more here. This time we're going to hold a ball, swing it to the other side, swing it to the first side, and now we're going to separate our hands, shifting our weight from side to side as the hands separate. And now we're going to add the foot movement. So we're going to bring one foot out on the ball of the foot, same side as the hand that went down. This is the Tai Chi movement called the white crane spreads its wings. So I want you to think about your weight staying over one foot, that you're fully balanced on that one foot, that there's hardly any weight on that toe coming out. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to hold the ball, we're going to rotate the ball, and now separate the hands. As we do this, you might feel the air. It sounds dumb when I say it, but I really want you to feel what you're feeling right now. And now we bring out the foot. As the hand comes down, that foot goes out. We're going to come back to do a few more balance movements, but right now we're going to do some corner work. We're going to step into the corner and push up and away. This is the Tai Chi movement called push-pull. Now here we're shifting our weight from the back foot to the front foot. And if you feel any tension in your knees, make sure that your hips are pointed in the direction your knee is bending. We're going to modify our hands. We're going to bring our palms together as we go out, and then our palms are apart as we come back, as we part the clouds. Another Qigong movement. So the first one was a Tai Chi movement, push the mountain. This is a Qigong movement. Now if we reverse directions and bring the back of our hands together, it's the mama bear gathers her cubs. Let's do one more. Now we're going to come forward. We're going to bring our arms up, palms up, look up. Now we're going to come backward, palms down, and we're going to bow, keeping our spine straight. So we come up, and we come back. To coordinate the breath, you can inhale as you come up, exhale as you come back. This is the Qigong movement called the butterfly. We're going to come back to the center. Now we're going to step out to the other corner and start with the same set of movements. First, pushing the mountain. Now we're going to part the clouds. Palms together. And then apart. So with any of these movements, always stay in your comfort zone. If something hurts, modify it, make it smaller, or just visualize it. Now we're going to have the mama bear gather her cubs. So this is basically the same movement as boxing the ears in Tai Chi, but it's lower. Unless you're fighting a very short person, this is gathering the baby cubs. And now the butterfly. So we lunge forward, palms up, come backward, palms down, and we do the bow. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to sit back and we're going to sync the chi. So we inhale, bring our hands outward, in toward the heart, and push down. Now we're going to bring the back of our hands together. Inhale as we come up, chest high. Now the hands move outward, palms down. As we do the Qigong movement called the fountain. So it's a little mini squat. You can squat as far as you want or as little as you want. This is lubricating the wrists, elbows, shoulders, the hips, and the knees. Now we're going to point our fingers upward as we come up, and we're going to continue all the way up. And now the hands spiral, come down to the side as we do silk reeling. Let's do one more. Now we're going to take our hands and we're going to do a little swinging. I think we're ready to go up to the clouds. Come back to do a few more of those breathing exercises later. So we're going to take one hand up, bring it across the face, switch hand positions, bring the other hand up. So the hands are moving up and down, and the body is turning so it looks like the hands are moving side to side. This is a Tai Chi movement. In Qigong, they just stand in one place doing this. In Tai Chi, we actually add some foot movement. We're going to do that now. First, we're going to move this direction. We're going to step out as the hand moves. Then bring the other foot in. And this gives me a chance of talking about that fourth Tai Chi principle of the conscious transfer of the weight. I'm going to go back the other way now. I said we needed 2 steps in each direction, and that was 2 steps. We're now going to do 2 steps the other direction. So we're basically balancing on one leg as we stick the other leg out, put it down, and then transfer the weight. Balance on one leg, bring the other foot in. I'm going to come back to the center now. And now that we're in the clouds, we're going to do a few more movements. First, we're going to close our fists, making storm clouds. This is just Qigong. It's not a very common one, but it gets me to the next movement, which is going to be the monk lies his head on a pillow. So we're going to lean to the side as we bring the hand over. Now we're going to go to the other side, lean the other way. This is basically teaching your body where your center of mass is. How far can you go and still be stable? Where can you not fall down? So now that we have come up here, we're going to do a few Qigong movements with our closed fists. The first one we're going to do, we're going to bring the hands behind the head and behind the back as we turn our head. As we draw the saber. So depending on your shoulders, you might be able to get your hand behind your head. If you can't, just leave it above your head or in front of your head, whatever is comfortable for you. And now we're going to go to the other side. One hand behind the head, the other behind the back, as if you're Conan the Barbarian drawing his blade. Now, a very similar movement is one of our tiger movements. The tiger hugs his head. This one we're going to actually modify into a balance movement. So we're going to bring one hand above the head, the other at the belly as we look over the back shoulder. Same side as the hand that's at the belly, we look over that shoulder. Now we're going to raise that foot. The tiger is hugging its head. We're going to go to the other side, do the same movement. We always do all the movements on both sides. going to step out to the corner and do the similar kind of movements. First, we're going to step out to that corner and just do the hand movements and the neck movements as we do a Tai Chi movement called riding the tiger. Now we're going to come back in, go to the other side and do the same thing. So the shifting of the weight to the corner is strengthening the legs, and again is teaching the brain where the body is in space. That's key to balance. I'm going to sync the chi now. We're going to do a few more twisting movements. I had a special request for this movement, which is called swinging arms, or more commonly, knocking on the door of life. So we're shifting our weight from side to side, and we're twisting our torso, and we're patting the back above the kidneys with the back of our hand. And that's when it's called knocking on the door of life, because the door of life is one of those points in traditional Chinese medicine related to meridians going around the body. So we have done that movement. I promised to do that one. But now we're still swinging side to side. We're going to do another balance movement. So we're going to take this hand and bring it up in front of the face. Now we're going to bring that foot in on the ball of the foot. Now we're going to raise that knee. This is the Tai Chi movement called the Golden Rooster. It stands on one leg. And we're going to do the other side. Now we're going to bring that foot in. Now we're going to raise the foot if we can. If we can't, we'll just leave it on the floor, and we don't want to fall down. So whatever you need to stay vertical, that's what you do. You can look at life a lot that way, whatever it required to stay vertical. And now we're going to leave our arms on one side, bring our opposite foot in, and we're going to do a little bit of a dance. Our hands are going up and down in front and in and out on the side as we're bobbing up and down. So as we go down, the hands come in and down. As we come up, they're coming out and up. Now we're going to step out to that corner, and the hands will do the same kind of movement, but it becomes the Tai Chi movement called brush knee and push. So you can look at it many ways. We're turning our torso so that we're always bending the knees where the hips are pointed. And the arm in front is making a little circle in front. The arm on the side is making a big oval on the side. In the martial art, we're deflecting down and pushing. Now we're going to leave our arms on that side, bring the opposite foot in. We're going to repeat the set of movements on the other side. Now we're going to step out, brush knee and push. Let's do one more. And then we're going to do the dragon dances. We're bringing this arm up sliding it down the side. As we shift the weight, the other hand comes up, slides down. Said we'd be returning to the dragon movement, so this is this is where I said we were going to be coming. The dancing dragon, I find, is a fun movement, and my muscles are telling me I'm doing something different from all of the other movements. We're going to stop and we're going to sync the chi. And I think we're going to go back up to the clouds for a moment so we can get to the point where we can do the Tai Chi movement, the single whip. We're going to start by making a hook with one hand and then bringing the other hand out and then turning the palm away. We can add a foot movement and bring the foot in on the ball of the foot and step out as we strike and grab. Let's do one more. Now we're going to release the hook, go back to the clouds. We're going to go to the other side, do the same movement. So now this hand makes a hook, this hand moves away and turns palm out. To add the foot movement, now we're going to release the hook, go back to the clouds. We're going to repeat that set of movements, adding another downward single whip. So we make a hook with one hand, bring the foot in, step out and strike. Let's step one more time. Now we're going to widen our stance, bring this hand all the way up in a big circle, come down, and now point at the foot as we come forward. This is the Tai Chi movement called the downward single whip, more often called the snake creeps down or the snake creeps through the grass. So I come down fairly, not very low. If you want to come down lower, you can, but I am staying in my comfort zone. Now we're going to release the hook, go back to the clouds, do the other side. Other hand makes a hook, strikes out, adding the foot. Now we're going to widen our stance, bring this hand up in an arc, squat down as the hand moves toward the foot and away. We're going to release the hook, go back to the clouds. And at this point, I'm going to go up a little bit higher in altitude as we hold the moon. Here we are holding the moon. Now we're going to widen our stance and we're going to embrace the moon. So we're going to do a little bit of a squat while we bring our hands a little closer together. And I'd like you to also do a little bit of a crunch. So we're tightening our abdominal muscles as we embrace the moon. So this widened stance is called the horse stance. We're going to come back to that later in class. But as long as we got the moon in our hands, we're going to do our little pelvic exercise. We're going to bring our feet back a little closer. We're going to hold the moon. We're going to take one hand away and we're going to lift the moon into the sky. Now we're going to bring the other hand back in and it will go down as we lift the moon. And we're doing the Tai Chi movement, parting the wild horse's mane. So we're shifting our weight from the back foot to the front foot. We're watching our hand gently move up toward the ceiling. Might think about how that air feels on your fingers. We'll do one more. We're going to come back and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to rotate the moon, take one hand away, lift the moon, going to part the wild horse's mane. So one hand comes down, the other goes up. To coordinate the breath, you inhale as you hold the moon. Exhale as the hands separate. We've got the moon in our hands. We're going to take the moon for an orbit around the earth. So we're going to step out to the corner and, lunging forward, bring this spherical object around in a circle. And we're going to reverse directions. We're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So we're going to come in, step out to the other corner, take that moon for a rotation. We're going to reverse direction. We're going to come back in. While we've got the moon, we're going to do another Tai Chi movement with it. We're going to step out to the corner, rotate the moon, and push. This is the fair lady works the shuttle. So we're deflecting upward and pushing. We're going to go to the other side. Always do everything on both sides. So we step out to the corner, rotate, and push. And notice, again, I'm turning my torso so that when I'm bending the knee on each side, I'm facing in that direction so I don't twist the knee. I'm going to come back to the center. We're going to do a few more breathing exercises. We're going to inhale and exhale. And this time we're going to bring our hands all the way up and come up on our toes. As we do the wild goose rises. Now, if we make little hooks with our hands as we come up shoulder high, this is sometimes called the flying crane. And if we don't worry about our hands, but we lift one foot off the floor, it becomes the Tai Chi movement called the crane. I can get my foot off the floor. If you can't, just leave it on the floor. That's fine. Remember, my only rule is don't fall down. Now we're going to do the other side, so we're going to raise the other foot off the floor, if we can. Now, one of my teachers does this 2 times, and the second time he keeps one foot off the floor while he waves his arms up and down, and I can't do that. But I can bring the hands all the way up and then down. We're going to sync the chi again. Now, I said we're going to come back to the horse stance. I wanted to come back to that and do a few more movements from the 8 pieces of brocade, just because they're so fun. The first one we're going to do is we're going to punch with fierce face. So we're now doing a horse stance as if we're riding on a horse, and we're doing a little bit of a squat. So this is good for building muscles in the thighs. And we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to throw a punch. As we inhale, we're going to flare our fingers and bring our hands back. And we're going to exhale and punch with the other hand. This punch with fierce face. So the 8 pieces of brocade is over 1,000 years old. It's a very ancient Qigong set, allegedly designed by a general for his soldiers to warm up before doing military exercises. Now, while we're in this position, we're going to do the archer, which means we're going to bring our arms up, crossing our wrists, and then holding an imaginary bow, pull the bow and let loose an arrow. We're going to go side to side. And there are many different forms of this. Most of them are done with the horse stance. Some of them are not. Some of them we shift our weight. Some of them we have our hands in funny positions. But they're all good. They're all just getting your body balanced. We're going to bring our feet back into shoulder width apart and sync the chi. I think we're ready to catch a sparrow's tail. One of my favorite movements from Tai Chi. We start by holding a ball on one side, bringing our foot in on the ball of the foot. And we're going to do the 4-part movement split in 4 hunks. First hunk, ward off. So we step out to the side, and one hand moves away as the other goes down. This is warding off. It's pushing someone away. It means sort of what the English words say. The second part is roll back or pull back. So we scoop all the way up shoulder high and arc down toward the floor. I'm going to do that a few more times. Now the third part is press, bringing our palms together, and as we lunge forward, we're pressing our hands together. So it's not like we're pressing a wall, we're pressing ourselves. And next, the last and final one, we roll back and we push the mountain, as we did earlier in class. So if you put those all together, it's called catch the sparrow's tail. We're going to do that now. We're going to ward off, pull back, press, and push. Let's do that 2 more times all together. So these 4 movements are representative of 4 of the 8 energies of Tai Chi. So if you want to Google the 8 energies of Tai Chi, these are the first 4 of those. And I couldn't find a movement that is the second 4, so I can't teach that one. Now we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So we start by holding the ball, and we're going to ward off 3 times. Next, we're going to pull back 3 times. So warding off is pushing someone away in a way. It's not just a push, but the whole body is moving. Rolling back is redirecting your opponent's energy so that they fall forward. Next is the press. This is allegedly used in close combat. Seems like it's like a shoulder push, but it's not. One of my friends who's a Tai Chi veteran says it's like a punch, but it's not really a punch either. It's a press. Next, we separate our hands and we push. And when you're pushing, you're actually pushing using your feet. So your back foot is pressing against the ground, and your body is transferring this force against your opponent. Let's put those all together. We ward off, roll back, press, and push. If you want, you can coordinate the breath. So we inhale as we hold the ball, exhale as we ward off, inhale as we roll back, exhale as we press, inhale as we get back in position, to exhale as we push. Do one more of these. We're going to come back to the center, sync the chi. We're going to do our centering exercise now. We're going to bring our hands up to our waist, raise one hand up, 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 and then slowly, slowly down the midline. I'd like you to inhale from the diaphragm. Exhale as you focus on the hand, focus on the here and now. So this class is recorded. If you want to get a copy of the link to the class, just make sure I have your email address. You can put that in the chat and I'll send it to you. We're going to bring our feet closer together. We're going to check our breathing. So why is this belly breathing so important? The abdominal breathing, the breathing with the diaphragm, it's important for three different reasons. First, it gets you more oxygen. You actually breathe deeper when you breathe from the diaphragm. That's how opera singers can sing such loud notes for so long, because they have so much more air. It's also how deep water-free divers get their body oxygenated to swim for so long without a scuba tank. It also stimulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is key to turning on the parasympathetic nervous system, which in turn turns on the body's repair mechanisms. So breathing from the diaphragm helps in a lot of ways. If you want, you can close your eyes and imagine you're a bamboo tree in a gentle breeze, wafting from side to side. Not like the winds that hit Philadelphia last week, knocking off trees, but a gentle breeze. We're going to open our eyes, take a big breath. So thank you for participating in that Tai Chi Qigong flow. We're now going to do a few cool down exercises to help delineate the end of class. Also, they're just good exercises. The first one is my favorite. It's called spinal cord breathing with a crunch. So what we're going to do is a combination of a cat and cow, or cat and dog, or cat and camel. Yoga can't seem to make up their minds, but it's that movement coordinated with a deep breath and a crunch. So we're going to bring our shoulder blades together as we arch our back. Inhale. Now we're going to come forward, bring our elbows together. Exhale as we do a crunch. So we're going to tighten our pelvic muscles and do a Kegel. So we're doing an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Now, the last three cool down exercises are from Dr. Paul Lamb of the Tai Chi for Health Institute. And the first one is the tapping of the thighs. We've done a lot of squatting. So this helps make sure that we get blood circulation to those big muscles. I like the tapping so much, I tap everywhere, because I need a lot of blood circulation, especially to my brain. His second cool down exercise is a modification of progressive relaxation. We're going to inhale and tense all the muscles that we can without pain, and then exhale, relaxing those muscles. It's to get our body and brain connected to know when we're tense and when we're not, since most of us are walking around tense all the time. So here we go. We're going to inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. Inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. Last time, inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. And his last cool down exercise is the big breath. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Trying again to breathe using the diaphragm. Inhale, exhale. So again, thank you very much for coming today. I'm going to turn off the recording. You can unmute, ask any questions, make any comments.